What's up, Dice Crew? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now, look, I'm sure by now everybody is pretty much caught up with the whole J.COLE versus Kendrick Lamar situation. You know, if you don't know, you know, they pretty much been the topic of discussion when it comes to hip hop. But now we got Joe Budden pretty much expressing how he feel about the situation, particularly J.COLE apologizing to Kendrick. So let's dive in and see what Joe Budden had to say about that. I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all during my reaction. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. Let's rock.
And I don't even remember a sadder time in hip hop. Are you fucking shitting me? The apology heard across the world. What are you talking about? How y'all thought I was supposed to feel?
It was nasty, man.
A 10-year build-up for the catfish. Y'all don't understand.
That's a long time.
Think about what's really going. We're gonna start soon, man. I didn't want to. I didn't want to start with a heavy heart.
Listen, everybody out there heart is heavy right now, bro.
But that's what I'm saying to some of y'all about when it's beef time. Y'all be talking about brand. I be talking about man, the person, the human. Some of this beef shit comes with who's willing to risk the relationship. Who's willing to say, fuck it. However you feel, you just feel about it. Hey, we'll mend it later. All this buddy.
Like, I am sad because just the competitive spirit of the thing. It's like, oh man, you told me all this time you was ready for this. You wanted this. You was looking for the nigga in the daytime with a flashlight. You the best. Keep comparing me to these niggas. It's a facade. They not who they say. You tell me all this and then you do that. Ugh.
I said last pod, anybody that wants to bow out of this thing, please feel free to.
Facts.
Because this is not for the weak-hearted. It's not. It comes with a lot more than 1,000 phone calls. Like, if you're not ready to move in a different capacity, if you're not ready to speak in a different capacity, like I said earlier, risk some relationships, if you're not ready to see niggas that you thought was friendly turn unfriendly, this is before you get to anybody laying a bar. Your lifestyle has to change. I know that because I beefed with all of the people you're not supposed to beef with. I've done this with gang members. I've done this with the toughest of tough. I've done this with boroughs. I've done this with niggas that was lyrically ill, the best of the best. I've done this with the worst of the worst.
Execs.
Yeah, I've done this with execs. I beefed with my kid on wax. I've taken the hits, the threats, the punches, the lumps, and I'm still here to speak about it.
Yes, sir.
Like, what a bold, mature move for hip-hop, right? Very rarely do we see these types of mature moves. So I want to highlight that. Like, if it didn't sit right with his soul and his heart and his spirit, and if you wasn't up for the task, I'm not with the cosplaying.
Salute.
Cosplaying is over now. Be who the fuck you niggas are. So if that's who he is, which many people suspected that that's who he is, or who he was, which is why we thought he should stop barking up certain fucking trees because they may fall. And then when they fall, you get up there and do this at your festival with your fans and your people.
You know, it's starting to look more and more like J.COLE definitely have let down a lot of people when it comes to hip hop. You know, even a lot of people that's journalists and bloggers and stuff like that. I haven't really ran across so many people really agreeing with him apologizing. Now, I will say that Russell Simmons had got under one of the comments when Vlad was pretty much speaking about it, and Russell was pretty much agreeing. Like, he gave J.COLE all of his flowers for just being himself. Kind of the same way that Joe Budden just did, and kind of the same way that I've been doing. However, you know, I don't know what the future is going to hold for J.COLE. I'm not saying that his career going to be highly affected, but I feel like when it comes to the future, when he want to pop certain type of stuff, a lot of people just ain't going to rock with it. And I'm not saying that J.COLE care about it, you know, but I'm just gathering this, and I can tell a lot of people ain't really feeling that.
That one move. Now I got to think of the position that you put everybody in. Because I'm hearing nobody even knew about that final track on your project. Not a soul. Top secret. That's interesting to me. This is unacceptable.
That's why I don't like
This is unacceptable.
by the way.
This is totally unacceptable for me. And I told y'all dudes that when these niggas get out there on stage frolicking, acting like they bestest of buddies. These niggas get on these stages and say anything. There's way too many clips going around. And him saying that same speech to Drake about him being the greatest that he says to Kendrick about him being the greatest. Where do you truly stand? I don't want to hear no more about that record. I don't want to talk about it. He didn't mean it. It sounded like he didn't mean it. His voice was trembling like he didn't mean it. His choice of words as one of the greatest lyricists says he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. I don't want to hear about that shit no more. Because oddly enough, what you did now is make the Like That record sound harder again for another fucking week.
Definitely did.
That verse that y'all keep telling me Kendrick didn't do much on, every week that passes with y'all's new behavior, that song sounds harder. I don't want to hear about that J.COLE record again. I don't. Not from nobody. And boy, you J.COLE fans in that community were hurtful. Boy, y'all were hurtful. I don't want to hear a fucking peep out of Earthstone Twitter. J.COLE bowed out. Nigga, move, bitch, get out the way in the great words of Ludacris. Not calling J.COLE a bitch, but it's time to go. Take your Earthstones. Take your fucking, what else them niggas be wearing? Your necklaces.
Rose quartz.
Your fucking
Dream catchers.
Yeah, take all of that shit.
Tapestries. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go to the tapestry room.
Yeah, take
Backpack.
all of that shit. Your fucking black soap.
Your
Go
Mac-
lay some Nog Champa
Shea
somewhere.
butter.
Take your incense.
Your macrame.
And go. Go. No more big three. No more I'm the best. I dare one of these niggas to say something. That was the war part that I used to speak that I was speaking about. All of these podcasts leading up to here that y'all discredited and dismissed. I don't know how he did such a 180 so quickly. But yes, to the people out there asking, losing in this fashion, does it discredit his standing on the list? You fucking right it does.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
You are fucking right it does. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Y'all let me know, Dice Crew. Do y'all feel like J. Cole can't consider himself a part of the big three anymore?
Now all that shit got to get called under the microscope. But I think that the insiders know, actually I have it on good information. I have it on good information that both sides went in the booth and came out.
They're ready.
And what I'm hearing about both sides is that it's nuclear. It's up. I'm hearing this from people that can rap. So I want to come in here and say that speculation time is over.